All right, guys, good morning. It's 09 on Monday, August 22nd, and I'm finally on the move. It was a slow morning, but I got some projects done. I got up at my normal time. I woke up from a dream around 4:30, tossed and turned till about 5:15, then I just gave in. But I got some stuff done. I taped up all the where the seam tape was coming off. I taped it up much better. Used up almost all my duct tape that I have here, which I don't think is going to stick that well, but we'll see. I used up almost all my tenacious tape that I had left. I got one little piece left in case I get a fresh tear somewhere. I want to have at least one piece. It's only like a 1/2 inch wide and 3 inches long, but you know, in theory, that should be good in case I get in a legit hole. But I put a bunch of tape all over the tent, hopefully trying to fix the seam tape, because I'm going to get hit with rain here eventually. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and I'm going to get consistent rain. So, and the temperatures are going to be dropping here, you know, in the next month or so. So I can't be getting wet bones. So I got to be prepared the best I can. But I cleaned up my feet and my face with a baby wipe, just one, because I'm almost out. I only have a couple left. But I cleaned my face off first, and then used it on my feet. Took off all my old KT tape last night to give my, let my feet breathe out a little bit, and then re-taped it up this morning. I have enough pieces of KT tape to do my toes, probably one more full time, and then I have 3 long strips left, which that's only enough to do my feet once, because I cut one in half, put that on the bottom of my feet, and then I put the long strand on the bottom and I wrap it on the top so it holds better. So hopefully I don't get wet feet and I lose the tape. I mean, it is what it is. I'll have to go without it. It's just, man, I miss having the Luco tape. But I'm getting by with what I got. All right, 9:45, guys. I'm at the Essentials General Store. Wi-Fi, but you have to get the password from inside. It's connected to the post office around the corner here. And you can take showers here, I guess, and do laundry, but I should do laundry. I just can't waste any more time. If I could have got in early and did laundry, that would have been perfect, but I'll be out here for an hour or so. There's an outlet there and an outlet over there, so hopefully I can grab some power while I'm here. I'm going to try. I've already got the stairs. 3 people had to yell at their dogs already because of me coming down. All right, guys, 1 o'clock. Just started. I am 0.05 miles in. What a great day so far. Not so great now with this heavy ass pack. Got into town at the store this morning. I think I did some recording on it. 9:30. 9:30, 10:30, 10:30, 11:30. I got about 2 hours of power. So I got my phone up to 100, which is already down to 80. And I got to my 3rd dot on the power bank. So I got a solid 2+ charges. So it's been a good morning. I met Miss Linda, who runs the store there. That store is incredible. Not the best stuff for hiking. Like, I have a couple avocados, but they had mashed potatoes. They had ramen soups. They had everything I needed. I got hand sanitizer. I got bug spray, even though they don't carry caffeine or nicotine or any like harsh chemicals. So I had to buy this natural bug spray, but oh well. And I don't want to carry both, even though I had some of my old can left, so I got rid of the DEET, and I got this. I guess it's got a little bit of Bacardi in it or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it smells good on my skin. We'll see if it works at all. No Red Bulls or anything, but I bought 10 days of food there. I ate 3 frozen burritos, 2 V8s, and a couple little Tillamook things of cheese. I think I spent $65. By far, the cheapest resupply I've ever done. It's going up to like 92 or something today, so I think I mentioned this yesterday. The break in the weather is not much, but I mean, 10 degrees is a big difference, or 6 to 8 degrees, whatever it is, but there's no way I'm doing 15 miles today. I'm struggling. My pack is so heavy with 10 days of food in it. I was telling Miss Linda and the gentleman who gave me a ride to the store, about me seeing the mountain lion the other day, and they said, oh, about 6 months ago, and they both said the same story. About 6 months ago, a mountain lion came out and grabbed a 6-year-old and drug him off. A little bigger than a 6-year-old, but still. When these trucks come by, big construction trucks, I mean, that looks like Iraq right now. Boom, after an explosion, after a dust storm, after a helicopter, it just looks like Iraq coming up in there. I'm covered like a sugar cookie. They went this way, now they're all going to come back down this way. They're loading up with something. It's like gravel trucks, but I'm not sure if that's even a thing. And my phone's filthy. Man, that $1.50 I spent on them 2 avocados was the best $1.50 I ever spent. They were delicious. I was going to have a little fire tonight somewhere and then like cook them, but I just wanted to get them out of the front of my pack. There's also a hiker box inside the general store. It's mostly just soap, toothbrush, and toothpaste, but I actually was almost out and I was been putting just little dabs of toothpaste on. So I actually grabbed a small travel size toothpaste. Alright, 3:30 guys. I'm only 4.48 miles in. I've been hiking for 2:31. I've already gained 1,700 feet of elevation. And it's just been a slow, I mean, if you're going to gain elevation, being on these roads are the way to do it. But these shoes are just, like I said, they've gotten a lot better, and they have. And my feet aren't in the pain they were when I first left Bonner's Ferry. But my feet are sore already. And I think it's just that they don't handle the weight. My pack probably would, now mind you, I have 10 days of food in there. So that's a big food carry. So there's no way around it. I'm guessing my pack's probably 50 pounds right now with 3 liters of fluid and 10 days of food. I might be, I'm trying to go low, so it's probably a little more than that. But it's just too much weight for these shoes.
Left side clear, right side clear, overhead check, overhead clear, all clear, 3 stack on the stairway, last man in, rear security, bup, bup, bup.
Literally reminds me of Iraq. Nasiriyah, big vehicles are flying down the MSR while we're assaulting the homes that we're taking fire from. 5 tons, 7 tons, Amtraks, tanks, Humvees, everything, all the noise, all the dust. You just breach the door or toss a grenade into one of these clay huts. Dust everywhere. I am from these trucks. I am a filthy, filthy mess. Probably not. My pants are already sweaty and crusty, and you know they're literally uncomfortable. I actually put that Body Glide stuff that I'm using, or the anti-friction defense, the Gold Bond one, on my knees because my knees are getting raw from rubbing the inside of my crusty pants. I'm looking forward to getting off this. It's been a lot of road walking. I'm like 70 miles or so, I think, the last, all been road miles. It's just different on the body, although gaining on this elevation is, yeah, it's a little easier on the roads, don't get me wrong. It's just different. But looking forward to getting back in some trail. Where is it? I told you, it's Iraq. Just a fighter jet somewhere. I'm assuming, by the sound. Maybe not. No, I mean, it's not a regular plane. Well, I'm only at 6.20 miles. So 7.20 for the day. It counts for my trail because he drove me a mile up the trail to where his turnoff was to go back to town. But thinking about stopping here. I guess I can get water down here. I'm reading my notes, and it says the Spur Road 304. 304, I seen the sign here. I thought maybe I passed it, but it says it's a good place to camp. There's not much camping coming up that's supposedly safe. So I'm thinking about stopping here, and then tomorrow I'll have a big day. A lot of elevation. I'll have another 10 miles of road walking before I even hit the trail. And then a lot of climbing, but it looks like there's a place to camp 20 miles in tomorrow, so that'll be my goal. And then that 20 will make up for my sloppiness today. Well, I think there's a creek down there. But I don't want to walk all the way down there through this crap and have it not be, and I can't really see. Nowhere here because all the construction trucks. This hill, I'm sure it's not coming out. It's steep. I'm pretty sure I hear a creek down there, so I'm hoping it's running good. There's nothing on the road though. No, there was a trickle, but that was a couple tenths back. It could be this. So I'm going to fill up my empty Nalgene. I'm going to pound this, fill this up, and then I'm going to carry 2 liters up in my CNOC for tomorrow morning, because I'm not doing this walk again. I should have left my bag up there, but I don't want to do that just because you never know what to bear. And then plus, if I fall and get hurt here, my emergency beacon's in my bag. All right, it's definitely a good stream. It's getting worse. The other one's broke off now. More and more is coming out. That can't be good, right? Because now I'm losing less. I'm losing more and more of the actual stuff that's filtering, or whatever. All right, all loaded up. It's heavy with 2 extra liters in the CNOC, especially when it's in the front pouch of the pack. It seems like it pulls you. I think it'd be better if I put it in my pack, but I don't want to risk leaking in there. Anyway, I'll use some cooking tonight, and I'll obviously drink some. But now that I'm carrying this up, at least I'll start tomorrow off fresh. And then I like when I can just stop when I pass a creek and then just fill up this bottle. That's what I prefer. But when you got to fill up all the Nalgenes, it just takes forever with the squeezing. It drives me nuts. Water filter. Oh. Aqua Mirror, baby, all the way. Oh, man. I'm soaked. That's sweat. That was a challenging part. I need to find a place to put my tent right now. That thunder is rumbling and she's getting dark. And I don't want to get saturated wet. Let me get this tent set up a little further out on this road. But I'm glad I got water now. All right, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday morning, August 23rd at 6:30 a.m. And I'm on the move. Walking out on this spur road. These guys just got here about 10 minutes ago. And you can hear them. Oh, no one's been on this road since we left here last night. They were here till about 7 o'clock last night, just talking and bull crapping. Just 2 of them. And they were back here early. But I feel like popping out. I'm like, actually, I was here all night long. I could hear you guys talking all night. I thought they knew I was down here because I was making noise setting up when the rain was coming. But, you know, noise travels differently. Funny in the woods sometimes. Anyway, on my way. Today's goal was 20 miles. We'll see. Burned area, that's what I was talking about yesterday. Beware of fallen trees, limbs. Doesn't look burned though. Or it hasn't at least. Probably walking the stuff is grading, it's a lot easier. It's definitely been a lot of nice, well, not a lot, I guess on certain sections of the road, but the road walk hasn't been bad. Looks like I'm getting past the road work by looking at the tracks on the road. So that's nice. I shouldn't see any, hopefully I don't have any of these trucks passing me. Because I still got about another 8 or 9 miles of road walking. And then it looks like I'll be going over Marble Mountain. It's funny, when people ask me in town, they're like, oh, are you going over Marble Mountain? And I'm like, I have no clue. My answer is always, obviously, I'm doing the Pacific Northwest Trail. And I say it loosely follows the Canadian-U.S. border. And it does. Sometimes I'm, south of it by, 15, 20 miles. But that's still loosely following it, right? All standing dead timber. Well, I just got a feeling. I'm like, I should check my map. And I'm literally 1.5 miles off trail. I must have missed a turn somewhere, or I thought I stayed on this road for quite a while longer. So I got to figure out where I'm going now. Man, this was a painful mistake. All this downhill, I had to come back up. About another 0.3 of a mile, I should be back. I'm guessing with the switchback, the little saddle or whatever it's called. All right, 9:40. That was like a 3.5 mile detour. What an idiot. I came down here, and then that's the road. I was supposed to stay on the road, and I just went this way. It looks like I stayed on the road. This is the road. I should have checked my map when I crossed this. I don't know why I didn't. There's the road that I was on. That's the wrong road. That's why when I know I looked at my map and I was like, my GPS is just a little off. Because I was supposed to be up here, so it was close enough. And, man, I'm glad I noticed it when I did, because that added a lot. And now I got to make the miles up, which I'm probably not going to do. It looks like that road I was on is right. You probably can't see it through this, but it was right there. Anyway, I could have just cut up the hill here and got back instead of backtracking the 3.5 miles. Anyway, the other road I was on is right up there, and it looks like from reading my notes, I probably should have stayed on that road. It just runs parallel to this, and I'm going to come out and meet up with it coming up here. But it would have been a little quicker traveling. All right, 11:30, guys. I've been hiking for 4 hours and 56 minutes. Knock off a little bit of that for breaks, but I've gone 10.63 miles. Where am I going? I think I'm going to the right. No, that way just came from... Oh, look at that. Hey, you don't see many of them. PNTS sign. They have one here in the middle of nowhere. They don't have any, in places where they could easily be marked. Or maybe they did and they got stolen. I don't know. Look at that. It's unusual. It's been very, very few since Montana. That looks pretty new, too. Beautiful back here. This is gonna be a good lunch, dinner, whatever. I got the chili top ramen, which is, I wish there was MSG added. MSG, first of all, if you cook, MSG is such a great additive. I don't know why we all got scared of it years ago. It makes so many things so much better. But anyway, if you can't get the Big Texas, I think it's called Big Texas beef or something. That used to be my favorite. It's just a little spicy beef, but you can't really find them. Only in certain places. But a chili one, and then I got some Velveeta cheese sauce and some beef jerky I'm going to put in there. So I'll let this sit for about 10 minutes, soften up. I'm going to actually wait. My problem is I usually start eating them when they're still hard. Get some cheese squeeze in there, put some jerky. Little chi-chi. Probably a lot of people don't know what a chi-chi is, but it's some food you make. Man, cheese squeeze is delicious. The only thing, though, I didn't put the meat in. I want to save it. It's only an extra 50 calories. I actually don't have a lot of food. It's a big bag and it's full, but it's really just a soup or a mashed potatoes for every day. So one dinner and then 2 bars. All right, I'm looking at my food. And once again, I ate a lot last night, but I really didn't. I ate like 5 packs of fruit snacks. So that's, 400 calories and some change. I ate 2 beef jerkies. They're only 50 calories a thing. So I ate a lot, but I really didn't. And again, with the calories. Again, I think I'm doing good on food in my mind. I base everything off of dinner and 2 bars a day and then snacks. But these bars are I'm basically, if I eat both these bars, I'm approaching like 700 calories as opposed to where usually I'm approaching 1,000 with 2 Cliff Bars. 2 Cliff Bars are 500 calories. 2 of these aren't even 400. So anyway, what I'm saying is my food bag was full from everything, but it's not a lot of food. I'll show you. I got to get better with the food, and there was plenty of food there. So like I said, usually Cliff Bars, I only have 4 Cliff Bars left. These are 250 or 260 depending on what I got. These are 190 and 170. Big difference. Well, I noticed the difference. Well, I'm whatever. But so there we go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dinners there with 2 bars each. Candy bars filling in for one of my bars there. But the candy bars are actually, I should have bought more candy bars. They're better than, I think these things got more than the Cliff Bars or close to it. Yeah, 250 in these. Yeah, I just got to get better with my food. I mean, These have more calories in the soup, so 440 calories. 440 plus 440 plus 200 is 640 minus 10, 630, 630, 730, 830, 800 calories. That's not going to get it done. 800 calories is not enough. Yeah, I won't die, but I'm not going to have energy. You know what I mean? All right, this is the Kettle Crest North Trail. And I don't know how long I'm on this for, but I think I'm on a trail for a little while. A couple days or so. Maybe not this specific trail, but I'm pretty exhausted. I'm 14.32 miles in for the day. All right, 3:40, guys. I'm working my way up this mountain. I'm 16.62 miles in. I have 2 more miles to go before I hit a creek. And then supposedly around there, like 0.2 of a mile past it, I should be able to find some spot to camp at. So that's pretty much what I'm shooting for today. So it'll be around almost 19 miles for the day, which will put me at 15 miles of real trail since I got a little lost. So that's right where I need to be. I'm done. I'm starting to like trip over sticks and all. You could tell I'm tired. I'm at 17.54. All right, guys, it's 4:30. I just came down the trail right here. I'm going that way, and then I meet up with this old road here, which I don't think it's a road that gets used much. But if you look right here, this is all beat down. I don't know what was here, but it's awful. I mean, it's all beat down here. Something was here. Maybe like 6-7 campers or something would set their tent up here, or a bunch of cattle or something. I mean, I don't know how well it's coming up, but all the grass is definitely beat down right here. All right, 5 o'clock, guys. I don't get many shots of her. I'm usually just get tucked in right at the end of the day. So there she is, set up on the road. Kind of uneven, but hopefully I can find a comfortable spot in there. I put everything in my tent. The only thing that stays out is the other hiking pole and a bottle of water for me to drink throughout the night. So it's a tight fit on a one-man tent, but it works. That's it. Thunder's rolling in a little more, so we'll see if we get some rain. But that's it. I'll be up early tomorrow and on the move, and got to average around, I got to start doing I got to do more than 15 again tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, it's Wednesday, August 24th. It's 20 after 7. Little late start today. Got up at my normal time as I always do, like right around 5. It'll be, blah, blah, blah. But I had service here, so I started messing around on my phone, which I shouldn't be doing because I'm down to, that third power block that I can play with is gone. So I'm down to 2 power blocks, which I think I'm going to need just to get into town in 8 days. So I got to be careful with my power. A lot more disciplined, but so I was just a little late on the move today. Glad I checked my map. I'm already off the trail. I'm only half a mile in, and guess what? I'm almost a half mile off trail. I'm 0.52 in, and I'm like 4.8 off. I just happened to look at my trail as I passed this little stream. I'm like, hope this ain't the creek everyone's talking about. There's just stagnant water in the puddle. All right, I went up there, Taylor Ridge Road, I guess. I'm supposed to be on Taylor Ridge Trail. So here we go. I'm down here. I went up that way. Oh man, my lower back has been getting worse and worse. I just stepped right here. I just backed up. Well, no, not right here. Right here, I think. So just a little lower than I thought. So just boom. My lower back's been hurting. But I mean, literally already, I'm not even a mile in. It's one of them pains you can fight through. It's just, well, it makes walking miserable. All right, 10 after 8, guys. I'm only 1.53 in, so only one of that is real. Just got water from a good water source, nice and cold, which cold water is becoming like a rarity out here. Now it begins. Let me get into some elevation. I got a long day ahead of me, and my body's already fighting back, but I'm 3.02 miles in, just working my way uphill. I got about 3,500 feet of elevation to gain, I think, in my first 10 miles. So, actually a little less than that. I think it's all coming in the beginning. Alright guys, I'm 5.27 miles in. I'm gonna take a little break up here. Absolutely beautiful. A little windy, but most of the trees have fallen around me, so I'm good. Alright guys, 11 o'clock. I just took a lengthy little break, dried out my sleeping bag. On some positive news, which got me all motivated here for a slight minute. I called the motel I'll be staying at, the Camry, and talked to Allison, which she has absolutely incredible reviews on Fur Out Guides. I guess everybody loves her. And she was awesome. Anyway, so I'm like, yeah, I'm just calling the reserved room. I'm sorry. Yeah, she couldn't barely hear me because of the wind. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm a hiker. I'm on top of a mountain, literally on top of a mountain. And I was like, I'm trying to reserve a room. I was like, I was just worried. I usually just walk up, but I was, worried because Labor Day weekend. She's like, actually, we're still like wide open. We still have like 85% availability. Anyway, she's like, I don't even ask hikers for their card information. She took my name and number. Boom. She goes, you're good for Thursday, September 1st. Come on in. Beautiful area up here, even though it's been through a forest fire like 7 years ago. Some jets flying around. I haven't seen them yet, but I've heard them like they were right on top of me. I just took a lengthy break. Anyway, it's 12:50. Sorry, I took a lengthy break. I'm 7.77 in. Had a soup with some Velveeta cheese squeeze. So I already ate today everything I was allotted to eat, and we already know that's not going to happen. So I had a candy bar, a NutriValley bar, 2 packs of fruit snacks. So that's 250, 350, 450. 550, we'll call it 6, and then a soup. So right under 1,000 calories already. Now I had cheese, so I'm probably right at 1,000 calories. The cheese is actually good. But newsflash, I have more energy when I eat. So I'm trying to eat a little earlier in the day. All right, time to share a little too much information that's probably needed. But ever since I started my hiking career, so what, about a year and a half ago, March of 2021, when I got off all the 2 antidepressants, all the anxiety medicine, the antipsychotic, Seroquel, all that crap that the VA had me on. And I'm assuming losing weight in there has something to do with it and being active, but my body has slowly started to feel normal again, right? I still struggle with anxiety, and I get depressed, and my nightmares are never going away and all that crap. But something that I've been experiencing, especially on this hike, a lot, is, man, I need to get out and go on a date like now. I don't know if dating is the exact right word I'm looking for, but that's all I'm willing to share. I'm sure you can fill in the blanks. And it's been 7 years, almost closer to 8 years now. I haven't sit down and actually figured it out month to month, but since I've talked to a woman or been on a date, I'm 42. I'll be 43 in December. It's not like I'm 95. We can go up top there. Yay. All right, I'm sitting here just trying to get a little bit of water. I put a drop or 2 in it, them tablets I have. As you can see, even though when I have water here, which is, if I had a light straw, I'd be fine, but it's hard to gather this water. It's just not moving fast enough. So I'm literally got my container under a drip, and it's been there for 5 minutes, and I might have 10 ounces. All right, I got about 15 ounces, and it's dirty water. Like, there's a lot of sediment and debris and stuff in my bottle. So I dropped 1 tablet in there because you're supposed to put 2 in there for 32 ounces. Drop 1 tablet in there just in case. I'm hoping I can get water up here, though, without issue, because I only have about, I don't know, 6 ounces left or so. A couple sips. I should be coming up with a spring here in about a half mile. Oh, I should have never got that nasty water. I should wash my clothes in this cow trough. The thunder just rolled in heavy. It's still nice and bright out, but I'm going to fill up right out of the spring, right out of the pipe. Shouldn't even have to filter that, but I'm going to, obviously. Oh. Woo. This is so exciting. I'm thirsty. It's crazy. I'm only, I'm starting to really struggle. I wanted to go another, I wanted to get to 20. I don't think that's happening. I'm at 11.74. All right, it's like 420. I'm done. It doesn't, I don't care about my miles. I'm at 12.88. I got about another mile, a little less than a mile, actually like a little half a mile. I hit water again. So I'll pound this and refill the bottle out of the spring. And then another half mile after that, I should be able to camp somewhere. I love these little troughs as long as it's hooked up to a spring, because we're not a fan of scooping in here, although you can do it. I mean, that's what filters are for. But I wash my hands well with hand sanitizer after I got it. Like my bag just hangs in here and I rinse the mouth off the best I can, but we got a dual pipe in this one. I'm gonna fill up my bottle here, but another half mile up. So I guess there's supposed to be a campable area. We'll see. All right, 5:15, guys. Not the best camp spot, but it's flat enough, and it's just a little hard and rocky, but I think I got most of the rocks out. My body just needs to sleep on some soft grass, man. I'm beat up from this little stretch. My back all day today, no matter how much Tylenol, how much Advil I took, nothing. It's just, it hurt long. You gotta deal with it. Nice, you know, nice little area though. A couple of trails pass through here. I'll have a nice view in the morning, but I'm gonna be out of here nice and early. The rain's held off for so far. The wind's picking up a little bit, but it doesn't matter. I'll be in my tent. Look how filthy I am. I had to take my pants off. My pants are just absolutely disgusting. Look at my feet. Got a cut, fresh cut today from slamming my elbow against the branches, but look at this nastiness. Now I know why my pinky was hurting. Tape came off. Look at that ugliness. Oh, that's all. It's like a blister. Oh yeah, that's fun. I'm filthy and I got all this dust now on my mat. Oh well, this is camping. Another week before I get cleaned up.
I've been here stuffing my face. Every single extra snack I had, I ate already. It's not going to be good. Well, I'm under attack again. It's hailing out. Let's see how big these are. Man, my tent is getting beat up. Look at them. I've never been hailed on in my life until this hike. And it's happened, this is the 3rd or 4th time. And these are big ones again. Not massive, but big enough. Alright, let's check everything. Oh, that came undone down there. I gotta tighten that up. You gotta stay on top of this little tent. I got a lot of splash coming up, but I can't blame it. I set my tent up on dirt, and now it's hailing out. So I'm just flooded out. I picked a bad spot to set my tent up at. I knew it. I was downhill. But I got a lot of water inside my tank. Not a lot, but enough to get my sleeping bag wet and all. And that was from having my pack here pressing out against this, and what it did was push the bottom flat to the ground. I mean, can you see all that water? Hold on. Look at all that water flowing under me. I don't know how well that's coming up. There's a lot of moving water. Look at all this water. Filthy cow poop mud water too. See this side, the ground that was on is washed out, so it's not holding nice and tight. So this is just still dipping down, and it allows this flood that's coming down, flood that's coming down to come right in. I had a fleece and beanie up, and then I had to put on my, I don't know if you can see down there, probably not, but I had to put on my long sleeve tights, not just my compression shorts, my compression pants or whatever. I'm going to call them tights. Just because my sleeping bag is probably about 60% wet. Ooh, that was a good lightning. That's going to be a good thunder, I bet. Please just pass. I'm done with this now. Alright, it's 10 o'clock, guys, and this 10, I can't, I'm having a hard time telling it. Well, it's definitely leaking from, some drops are coming down from up there, but I don't know if this is like, I mean, you see all that water there? Probably not. Like, everything's just soaked now, and I don't know if it's because I had the flood coming in here, but I don't think so, because this water is all in different spots. Like, look at all that. Thanks, tarp tent. I don't know how well it's coming up, but it's just, I'm laying in water. Lots of, I mean, look, all down here. All water. Probably not coming up too good because of the shadow of the phone, but. Good morning, everybody. 0600 on Thursday, August 25th. Let me tell you what, the weather is changing. Last night was a long, miserable, cold and wet night. I was just laying in water all night long. Now, I don't know if it's, I don't know. I'm going to have to order some tenacious tape and some duct tape and basically just try to figure out where all these leaks are coming from. Or I'm just going to have to trash the tent. But I'm not ready to do that just because of financial reasons. That's all my trash from this morning, KT tape. That will get picked up. But it was a long night, and I got service over here. Looks like either sometimes my phone is way off, because even though I have service, I don't know if it's like correct service. It looks like the weather completely changed going forward next week, but I'll be able to tell today. Anyway, I got my long pants on, my tights. This I slept in. It's just, it was cold, and I'm cold right now. It's 50 degrees right now, but I'm wet and it's windy, so it feels much colder. All right, guys, see, trash is picked up. 7:30. I'm just making sure I got everything. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like, everything's wet, so it packs down real small. 7:30. I know it's late, and I was literally at about 10 after 5. I was already doing stuff in my tent, taping my toes that came undone, reapplying some lube to my fatness. I was out of the tent at 5:30. It's just, I don't know, it was cold, and I was just listening to some Amy Winehouse up here, just watching the sun come up, just relaxing. So. Oh, well, it's a late start. All right. I'm pretty sure I'm on the right route now. This is definitely not like at an 8. See, I think the Appalachian Trail is probably the only one you can really hike, which is not recommended, but without like a app or a map or something. It's so well marked. The PCT, I guess, is pretty well marked too, but it's spread out more. The AT's like, I don't know, it feels like every couple hundred yards or something you got a marker. Beautiful. Alright, 8:30, been hiking for 59 minutes and 25 seconds, 1.16 miles, and I've already gained 1,300 feet of elevation. I think this is at Copper Butte. Alright, I just had to change and take off them tights. It was too hot in my lower half, so I'll deal with the little chilliness and wetness right now, but it'll warm up once I get moving. Weather's changing. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to have some 90s and stuff coming up still. I think today might even be in the 90s, but temperatures at night are starting to dip down to the 40s already. Alright, 11 o'clock, guys. I'm 5.23 miles in. I'm going to get my gear out here and let it dry out, so I got that taken care of for the day. And then keep going forward. I got to do at least 10 more. I thought they were bears at first. Scared the crap out of me. Oh, you ladies stink. Worse than me. Well, you a biggin'.
Hey. All right, 150 guys. I'm 8.46 in, which just seems pathetic how late it is. I'm like, what am I doing? I guess I'm just crawling along. I mean, I've been gaining a lot of elevation, but still. I just stopped and ate a soup. So in theory, I'm supposed to be done eating for the day. Oh man, hitting that road walk and coming up here in a little bit is looking better and better, but I don't know if I want to walk on a road, an asphalt road at that, for, 50, 60 miles. Although it would be much shorter and I'd be able to get some food in Republic. I just had service and one of my favorite channels I talked about before is Camping with Steve. And I seen the headline to his video today was, "Rest in peace, my beautiful wife." And I'm like, what? So I thought it was some kind of joke. So I started reading the comments as before the video was even up, and my condolences go out to Steve. I know I do. I know I have a couple people that follow along on my channel that also follow him, because I've like messaged them on his videos. But I can't believe Steve's wife passed. He said they went to bed last Saturday night and only he woke up. I mean, that's just scary because, well, first of all, it's very upsetting, obviously, and sad. But I mean, man, Steve's like my age. Maybe a year or two younger, a year or two older, something like that, but he's around my age. So I'm assuming his wife was also. He calls her his beautiful wife. And she's like never been on YouTube. But she's the reason he became Camping with Steve. But I don't think she actually ever showed herself in any of the videos, because, the internet is a crazy place. So you open yourself up for a lot of whatever. But my condolences go out to Steve. And if you guys like stealth camping videos or just camping situations that everybody can do, Camp with Steve is definitely the channel. All right, I just dropped my pack so I can go over my map. I think I completely switched it up again. I think I'm going to camp here, coming up here in a little bit, hit the highway tomorrow, walk west on the highway. It's 17 miles into town on the highway, so that's an all-day hike right there. So that I have 6 days left, so that gets rid of that day. Then once I'm in town, if I keep going west on the highway, it's only like 8 or 9 miles, so that'll be a short day hike. Then I have 63 trail miles, so that's perfect. I got to average 15 a day basically, and then gets me right into town. And then boom, I can camp short next morning, get up, go into town. So I think that's what I'm going to do. No one says anything about getting power, but there's some trail angels stuff. I don't think I'm going to call them, but I'm going to get into town, grab some Gatorades, a Red Bull. I got $50 in my pocket, so buy some snacks and all, so I don't got to worry about food for the next couple of days. I'll have a big day of hiking tomorrow, which is going to suck on asphalt roads. All right, I'm on the move. Topped up on water, and I put 48 ounces in my CNOC. That way I could top off whatever I drink this afternoon, because I don't think there's any more water from here to the highway. I think maybe one more spring I'm passing, but might as well just grab it there. That way I can hit that 17-mile road walk tomorrow with full water, because I have no clue what I'm getting into on that long road. Look at that. It's funny because they're just two guys, two hippies living out here on national forest land, and they got like 25 goats. They got a camel, and it looked like some form of cattle, like a big, I don't know. But I got their pots and pans hanging off their neck. They're walking with just some tiny shorts on, like buckskin shorts, and no socks or shoes. But it's funny, when I seen the guy in the front, I'm like, hey, I know you. Because a guy I ended up following on Instagram just because we were tagging the same thing, SoCo. I actually ran into him on the trail and we didn't even know we were following each other anyway. I think I brought this up before. He posted a bunch of pictures with them where they quartered a deer and they were cooking the deer up in their pots and all. But that's crazy. They're just out here doing it. Here I am, you know, worrying about getting to town tomorrow, walking 17 miles. Nah. These guys are walking out here in bare feet. All right, guys, it's 5 after 4. I'm about a mile and a half short of where I wanted to get down to the road to camp, but it'll just be added on to tomorrow, so tomorrow will be close to 20 mile a day. Thunder and lightning just rolled in. It got dark, and the lightning was snapping. So I'm like, let me get set up in a tent. So not a great spot. The tent's held up by a rock over here. Problem when you don't have a freestanding tent, you got to dig your stakes in. Well, whoa, that come up on I have a feeling it's going to be another wet, miserable night. My tent is not at a good spot. It's on a downhill. The rain should follow the trail for the most part, though, but it's still going to get sloppy right there. So I'm leaving my sleeping bag, everything in my pack, and I'll put my pack in the vestibule. Here comes the rain.